The desert doesn't speak, but it says everything. In the silence between sun and sand, something ancient moves. Here, time stretches and stories begin. Not with a noise, but with a breath. Every journey feels like a step forward, but somehow it brings us back to silence, and back to point zero. And that's where our story begins, in a corner of Algeria that most of the world has never seen. Welcome to Djanet. Welcome to the hidden heart of the desert. Welcome to 3 days you will never forget. On day one, we didn't know what was waiting for us, but we were ready. Let's begin. We arrived at the cathedral. 2 mountains rising like ancient guardians, not built but formed, shaped by time, silence and wind. The moment we stepped out, everything shifted. The noise within us softened. The air felt sacred. We weren't just looking at nature, we were inside it. You can watch this on a screen, but the truth is, nothing compares to standing there, surrounded by sun, stone and sky. I was here as a translator, bridging 2 cultures, 2 words, but what I received was something else entirely. A journey through human connection, and a deeper way of seeing through the laughter of travelers, the quiet strength of the Tuareg, and the raw beauty of the deserts. I saw it all differently, and I felt still. That night, I couldn't sleep. The stars wouldn't let me. They covered the sky in silence and wonder. And then morning came. I opened the tent and everything was different. Sand mountains, quiet and towering. Stone, light and sky colliding in color. It wasn't just beautiful, it was magical. And we weren't just in the desert anymore. We were somewhere else, somewhere beyond words. We cleaned the space, packed our things, and stood in silence for a moment, ready for whatever the dunes had planned. Day 2. We packed light and we moved fast. The dunes stretched wide ahead of us, and we were chasing something none of us could name yet. Let's go. Day 2 hit hard. Adventure, adrenaline, and a whole lot of sand. These dunes are no joke. A regular car would never survive out here. We pushed, we pulled, we got stuck, and we got out together. At some point, we had to ditch the cars, and we had to walk. The sand was cold underfoot and weirdly calming. The Tuareg said, "It clears out bad energy." And honestly, it felt like it did. I felt calm and serene. Then came a change in rhythm. We entered a gallery carved by time. Over 15,000 paintings and engravings hidden in the canyons of the desert. This wasn't just a stop. It was a museum out in nature. Art left behind by nomads thousands of years ago. You see hunters, giraffes, elephants, signs of a Sahara that was once alive with water and green. At some point, we weren't driving the cars anymore. We were climbing mountains with them. The dunes turned to giants. The wheels dug deep, and every turn felt like we were defying gravity. And none of it would have been possible without the Tuareg drivers, the artists of the desert in their own way. The colors deepened and the silence grew louder. And then we arrived. The entrance to a majestic treasure hidden in the far bones of the Sahara, the Tadrart Rouge, or the Red Tadrart. As we got closer, the cars couldn't handle the view. It was too steep and it was too soft, and we had to climb it on foot. It was the biggest sand dune I've ever climbed. But little did we know that we are about to see a view that would change our lives forever. This was Tin Marzuga. Not just a dune, but a monument, a beast of red sand rising out of nowhere. Waves of sand stretched to the horizon, rippling like the ocean, but frozen in time. The light painted everything gold and rose. Mountains in the distance looked like shadows from another planet. No cities, no noise, just us and the endless. It felt like standing on the edge of Earth. And for a moment, we weren't just looking at the desert. We really felt inside something ancient, alive and infinite. An eye carved into stone, watching in silence. The desert has its guardians. People who move with the wind and understand what we never could. Down below, our cars looked like scattered toys. The team moved with purpose, setting up camp against the wind. And from here, it all felt surreal. A small pulse of life in an endless sea of silence. This is Algeria. And these are the treasures hidden in the far corners of its deserts. Down at camp, time moved differently. Laughter in the wind, firelight dancing on faces. A calm you don't find anywhere else. The desert slows you down. Around us, nothing but sand, stone and sky. Yet somehow, it felt full and it felt alive. The Tuareg moved with quiet grace, as if they belong to the desert and the desert belonged to them. No rush, no noise, just presence. Guardians of the sand, keepers of stories. Here, the land doesn't just show you beauty, it teaches you how to see. There are corners of life so beautiful and so untouched, they feel like they were left behind just for you to find. And this was definitely one of them. Something happens to you out here. The noise inside starts to quiet. You stop thinking about what's next and just start being. The desert doesn't ask for anything. It just gives you space. A space to breathe, to feel, and to remember who you are when nobody's watching. Out here, under this endless sky, you don't feel lost, you feel found. It's like the world stretches open and lets you in. We kept going. We kept venturing deeper and uncovering more cave paintings and carvings. Stories frozen in stone. Giraffes, hunters, ancient lives etched into the mountain walls. Each stop felt like unlocking a secret. And then the final stretch of asphalt, a strange comfort after all that silence. But what amazed me most was how the Tuareg led us through it all. Without a screen, without a signal. They don't follow the desert, they remember it, like it's part of who they are. What made this journey unforgettable wasn't just the landscapes, but the people. The laughter around the fire, the way strangers became a team, and the silent understanding with those who know this land. Some memories fade, but this one won't. We came here as travelers, but we left as something else. The desert didn't change for us, we changed for it. You don't visit places like this, you carry them with you, in the way you walk, breathe, and the way you see the world. The desert doesn't give you answers. It strips away the noise until what's left is real. Time, silence, space, and people. That's all you need. We came back with sand in our shoes and a reminder that some places don't just show you the world. They show you yourself.